Hello, everyone. Welcome to Black Girl Joy. My name's Nicole Celine, and I am your host. And I'm also your speaker for today. Today, I want to talk about something that is very personal to me. The name of the dis-ease, it's called Chiari I Malformation. And then you can put in parentheses decompression because I had the brain surgery almost 7 years ago. So I will start in the beginning. So I will say that I was born with this disease. And throughout the years, my friends used to tell me, and what I do remember were just really horrible headaches, violent headaches. And also, I would black out, a lot of times, or get really, really dizzy. Nauseousness, tiredness. But I was still going. I was in school. I was in high school. I went to college. I didn't finish college, but I did. I almost finished. I still have some credits to go. But yeah, and I worked all along. I got married, had a baby. And soon after having my baby is when my illness progressed rapidly, and my headaches were really bad. They were just unbearable, and the pain was unbearable. And I would take, anything for headaches, and I was tested for migraines, and nothing I took worked. Nothing really took the headaches away. And there were other symptoms. I was always tired, dizzy, serious mood swings, just different things that go on when you have Chiari I malformation. And then my blood pressure started to get really high. Like I was having high blood pressure all the time. And I didn't have high blood pressure before. But then all of a sudden, after having my baby, I was really having, my blood pressure was always high. So there were a truckload of things going on with me. And I finally, and this is where I say, you must advocate for yourself. You must push for yourself, and you got to understand you. Like I understood my body, so I knew that there was something that wasn't right. I knew that whatever it was that was happening with me just wasn't sitting right with me. And I have a background in medicine. I worked as a medical assistant for 17 years. And I worked in different departments. So I had a good knowledge of medicine and a good understanding of it. And I also wanted to go to medical school. That was my primary goal. I didn't get there, but it was one of my goals. I wanted to study something that pertained to the medical field. So as I continued to keep telling my primary care, like I wasn't feeling right, and these were my symptoms, and I wasn't sleeping well at all, and I'm not overweight. I'm 5'8". I was 150 pounds, and I ate as well as possible. I wasn't a complete vegetarian, but I ate a lot of vegetables. I'm not too much of a meat eater. I don't like meat too much. So, I ate a lot of fish. So my diet was pretty decent, to say the least. And so finally my doctor sent me for an MRI. And I honestly can't remember what year that was, because that's also something that comes with Chiari. You have real memory loss. Your short-term memory is short-term, to say the least. So my little sister and a few of my friends, those are my memory gurus sometimes, because sometimes I got to ask them, do you remember this? Or do you remember so-and-so? Because I don't remember them. And it's a terrible thing because I should, but I don't. And so with that, finally, I was diagnosed. And from that diagnosis, it explained all the headaches. It explained the nauseousness. It explained the constipation or the non-constipation. It explained, the numbness in the backs of my legs. It explained the numbness in the bottom of my feet. And now, just to make it clear, I am not diabetic and not even close to being diabetic. I've been tested for it and all. I am not anemic. I do have low vitamin D, so I do take medication for that. And I do have excessive exhaustion, but that comes also with the Chiari. So yeah, and I also have sleep apnea. And like I said before, I am not overweight. But it also stems from my Chiari. So I do use a CPAP machine to sleep, which does make a huge difference in anyone. And I will say this, anyone who uses or has sleep apnea for whatever reasons, please use your machine. It really will help you in the long run. My CPAP machine, when I don't use it, OMG, do I feel even more tired, even more brain fog, even more just overall everything. I'm actually due for another sleep study because I feel that the oxygen that I am getting isn't sufficient. And I need them to probably raise the oxygen on my CPAP machine. So I say this to say in 2014, I finally had the brain surgery. I think it was supposed to be a 4-hour or 6-hour surgery. Turned out to be almost 12 hours because there was some complications within that. I am 7 years since I had my decompression, and I bless God for that because in 2014, a few years prior to that, I was supposed to have the surgery, but I just felt that God was saying no at that time. And also, my daughter she was only 7, and I was terrified. They told me things that scared me, truly. And my faith is rooted in God. But I will say that it shook me because they told me, and I saw, because I belonged to a Chiari Malformation group, there were some people who used walkers, who used wheelchairs, who used canes, and they were my age. I am 52 or 51 at the moment. I will be 52 in April. And that wasn't what I wanted for myself. My little one at that time, she was still little. And I wanted to raise her, and I wanted to see her grow, and I wanted to see all the stages of her life. I asked God, help me to see my grandchildren, help me to see my offspring and to be able to enjoy them. I don't want to be someone who can't even enjoy her grandchildren. I want to be able to mentally, physically, and emotionally enjoy my grandchildren and be there for them. So I asked God to help me with that. And so throughout the years, as I have dealt with my decompression, I have had many issues and complications, but and I'll say that in another recording. I'll do another show for that one. But throughout the years, I have done really well. And I'm thankful for that. I just am very thankful for that. And so I just want anyone out there who is struggling and needs to and has these issues or something else, to please go see their primary care, get this taken care of, because it is truly important. Thank you again for listening to Black Girl Joy. My name's Nicole Celine, and I'm the host of Black Girl Joy. I appreciate you coming in and listening and spending time with me to listen to this beautiful podcast on Chiari I Malformation. Thank you for listening to my story. On my next segment, I will go into further all of the symptoms and feelings that you may have dealing with Chiari. And if you are a Chiari malformation decompression, please let me know. You can send me an email at www.blackgirljoyllc@gmail.com, or just leave me a voicemail, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions. Or if you would like to be on this segment of Chiari I Malformation, please let me know so we can set up a date, and I'll be more than happy to interview you and speak to you so you can share your story also. Have a wonderful day. Have a beautiful day. And also, please make sure to subscribe to our podcast so that you will know each time we post a new one. Thank you again, and have a beautiful and wonderful day.